You got power.
No way. If this thing don't turn over, it ain't worth fixing. 4 days left, guys, of the double Shelby giveaway. I mean, one person is gonna take that entire setup home, which is just awesome. We're super pumped about that, and we appreciate all the support you guys give us, and we're gonna be appreciating you guys with giving some of you guys some summer shenanigans thrown into random orders just in the 24 hours only, guys. So look at that. You got a paddleboard that somebody's gonna have tons of fun on. We got these portable grills. I mean, grill wherever. Those are gonna be super awesome. Take your kids to the park, grill them some burgers, and we got solo pizza ovens. I mean, those are absolutely sick. Throw out those frozen pizzas. That's the ones you want right there. Got a couple PS5s, got a bunch of AirPods, laptops, Nintendo Switch, and look at this, my favorite, the Sling Chair Hangout, man. Go float the river, go float, you know, some water, man. Have fun. It's summertime, so we're gonna be throwing these in random orders, guys. So be sure to visit goonzquad.com, check out all the official rules, get automatically entered. But right now, let's get to this video.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we got a brand new build for you guys, something that's wrecked, obviously, because that's what we love to do. And it's something that we've never seen on the auction ever before in our whole entire life. So once we seen this thing, seen all the details, we knew we had to have it. It seems to be extremely built, but we actually got it delivered a couple days ago. I was out of town. It was Elazar and David. And I gotta say, it was an absolute disaster. Let's roll that footage. All right, guys, so the sandrail has quite literally landed from the top of a semi-truck. Dude, what the heck happened, man?
Dude, it was just such an awkward like rail. The way this thing is built, all the weight is in the rear. We're missing the front end. It's super long, not long enough forks. We just had to get it off, and the only way to do it is to drop it.
The one day that I'm gone,
dude,
you guys
sucks.
do something, pull something like this, man.
That's the first time ever. First time for everything, you know what I mean?
Man, I guess so. It did some more extra damage. Let's just go over the damages that you and David have done.
We're gonna need a new pulley right here, and all like the pulley bracket system kind of bent. You can see the lines actually hitting that. A little bent bracket here and there.
Looks
a little
like
exhaust bent. It kind of sucks. We're gonna have to like buy a little bracket system, or we might straighten it out. Who knows? And a little bit of road rash. You know what I mean?
Dude, these beautiful bead locks, man. You guys destroyed them.
Ain't nothing. A little bit of powder coat.
Honestly,
you know what I mean?
that ain't nothing right there, because we got, that's just minor stuff. We got major stuff going on up front. As you guys can tell, the whole front clip snapped off, dude.
Yeah, this is little stuff right here, dude.
Yeah, so we're gonna go over all that stuff. This thing is insane, and what we paid for it is just crazy. We're gonna go over all that stuff here in a bit, but what do you say? Let's give this thing a clean or something, dude?
You gotta get all the sand out of it, all the dust, and put it in the garage.
Let's do it.
All right, so we got our $150,000 buggy washed up and inside of the garage. And the first thing we're gonna do is just walk around pretty much of the damages. And you pretty much already see how bad it really is. The whole entire front end got completely ripped off. And honestly, if it wasn't for this front clip coming with that on the auction, then we probably would have never bought this thing, because this literally has all the parts we need. You can pretty much just take this thing and theoretically just weld it back onto there and have a complete buggy. You know what I mean?
1000%. I mean, without this right here, it'd be so difficult to fabricate something new like this because
it's all custom.
It's all custom. Just in this right here alone, dude, you can see the quality. You could see that $150,000 price tag with this front end, dude.
These buggies are not cheap, and they don't spare anything. I mean, they make these things high quality. I mean, look at the control arms. So all the front control arms are good. The knuckles are crazy looking, all custom made. I believe even the like bypass shocks are good. The coilovers are still good. It has some sweet hydro assist steering. I mean, that is some nice stuff. All high quality, beefed up. It just looks insane. The steering like bars are all still good. I mean, everything. Just look at the brakes. They got some Pro AM brakes, hubs, everything. Even like the brake lines, all high quality, hard lines, and then it goes into there. Easy fix. I mean, honestly, it doesn't look that bad. It looks scary, but when you really think about it, it just kind of ripped off of there. I mean, that, you just clean that up a little bit, put probably some sleeves in there or something in there, weld it up, buzz it in, and go do some wheelies. You know what I mean?
Dude, that'd be crazy. And I was doing a little bit of research on just these shocks alone, and for all the shocks, the back ones are even crazier. Dude. You're looking at about $17,000, which we paid somewhere around there.
That's what I'm saying. We pretty much stole this thing.
We robbed them.
We'll talk about that later. But the shocks, yes, dude, they're all custom made for this because, you know, you got to weigh this thing. So that's all pre-loaded.
Engineered.
It's all ready to go. So all you do is just redo this bracket, like this shock tower. We're going to have to redo that right there. We can get a fabricator to make us a new shock tower. Cut that off. It's all steel, you know. You just weld this stuff. You know, how hard couldn't it be? You know what I mean?
Well, we are going to find out. I mean, that's one thing. Another thing is body panels, dude.
All this is just aluminum body panels, just pretty much all over this whole entire buggy, which is pretty sick. I mean, look at that. It has a vent right there, a hood scoop, and it's all aluminum welded. It's pretty thick aluminum too. You know, this is not your like cheap thin aluminum. This is like some serious stuff. So we're gonna have to get somebody to replicate that because it looks so good. You know, it's gonna look so good with all the body panels on here.
Yes.
We're probably gonna end up changing the color. You know, maybe do something super crazy, do our own little touch. But dude, that's just the front end right there. We are, however, missing one of these wheels right here, which these wheels are super sick beadlocks. So if anybody knows what brand that is, I think
if anybody knows where this one's at, let us know.
If the previous owner watches this, do you still have one of those wheels?
Or if anybody's in the desert right now.
Anybody in the desert sees a wheel just laying out there, it's out there. This came from the California, Arizona region over there. So if you find the wheel in the desert, holler at your boy. We want to buy that off of you.
But this front clip, dude.
The front end of this thing, that was cool. But this thing's even cooler, man.
Way more going on over here, dude.
There's so much going on. I mean, you can tell how it just ripped off of those right there. And it ripped off the bottom as well, which that's honestly not that bad. You can kind of like fix that up with some metal, some welding, some new pieces, and just prepare that piece and just kind of just slap it on there. I mean,
we got a fabricator actually that's going to work with us on this.
Yes, so we're going to probably bring this to his shop and we're going to kind of like record the whole process and get this welded up. I mean, you got all these wires going through here. There's one ripped main harness, but I believe these are all grounds, which that's an easy fix right there. On the inside over here, however, you got some cool stuff going on. First thing I noticed is these things. These are 2 filters with air pumps that blow fresh air into your helmet. So those hoses back there, they plug into the back of your helmet. And dude, imagine some fresh, clean air because, you know, in the sand dunes, it's hot.
You're cooking out there,
There's sand going everywhere, dude. That right there is going to be like a game changer, man.
Dude, they literally reflect that $150,000 price tag. All these little things.
And it has this fire extinguisher over here, which is not your ordinary fire extinguisher. That right there is the entire fire suppression system that will spray, I believe, the whole entire car down. If there's a fire, you flip over, you know, the desert, there's no fire trucks out there. So
that's right. You
pull that lever and it just puts everything out, which is some awesome technology for especially buggies. I mean, I rarely see that on like buggies like the buggy we have, you know, wood bouncers and stuff like that. You don't see that on there, you know what I mean?
That's right.
It's not often that you see.
I mean,
that
when
stuff.
you pay that much, you better have something like that.
Dude, let's go in the interior. Let me hop on this side real quick. Check out this crazy interior. I mean, first off, these seats, These are like couch cushions right there. They're super comfortable. They look to be in very good shape right there. You got like all these controls. You got, I think, a CB radio right here. You got a microphone system that you plug into your actual helmet and you can speak to the driver, co-driver, turn the co-driver down and just go zooming, you know what I mean?
That's
crazy.
right, dude.
That's awesome. And you got this big old fish finder, dude, but that's awesome to have a GPS system on board.
But it ain't for fish, is it?
It ain't for fish. It's for finding your way back, especially in the long, big, like, say you go to the Glamis, dude, I believe that's thousands of acres of dunes you can get lost in, you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. So you got to have that right there. And look at this. You got your clusters. You got, oh, this is the fire suppression.
Oh, yeah,
I guess
there you
before
go.
you pull that, should I try it right now?
It probably will work, dude. It probably will work. But, I mean, there's your ignition. Doesn't have a key. You just pop that thing up. It does have a safety cutoff switch underneath. We're not going to tell you. It does have one of those.
Does it?
I'm not even going to tell you where it's at. I've seen it. But the crazy thing about this whole entire build is this right here. At first, it looks like, you know, just an automatic. You put it in drive and neutral and whatnot. But we quickly figured out this is a sequential gearbox, dude.
That's right. Yeah, we did some research. It's a 4-speed sequential gearbox, which you got to have that out in the desert, you know?
Especially when you're popping wheelies, going over dunes, dude, this is gonna be crazy. It has 3 pedals, so it has a clutch. You're gonna have to press the clutch. I don't know what this one is, maybe forward and reverse. Got a Willwood handbrake right here, I guess for like doing launch control or just drifting. I don't know what that is. We're gonna have to find out real quick what that one is, but that's pretty much it for the inside. Got an extra fire extinguisher here, some really awesome stuff, but what I'm most excited about is what's back here, dude.
In the back, dude, you got some craziness going on back here, dude.
We've seen this, and that's kind of like what we go after whenever we see projects like this is it worth it in the motor, you know what I mean? Because this thing, big old Whipple supercharger, would you say this was a LS 6.2 liter?
6.2 liter LS, built by CBM, and most of their motors are pushing, I think, bare minimum 1,000 horsepower, dude.
And you buy it like this, so they sell it to you, you just drop that sucker in. 1,000 horsepower is gonna be insane in something like this. Exhaust is super cool. Everything is built, you know, you got AN fittings on everything. You got these nice headers. You got everything just professionally done. Look how neat that is. I mean, this thing is just beautiful, but the crazy thing is the transmission, how it's all connected to like a transaxle right here. So all this stuff has to be beefed up for 1,000 horsepower. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah, dude, that is just a sweet transmission, which I think that one is about 18,000, dude.
18,000 plus like how much for that
I'd
motor?
say
you
about
think?
20,000.
20 to 30,000. Definitely need to look into that. But look at that, man. You got these 5 bypass shocks with the coilovers. All these are in great shape, which is just, I believe that's like the whole setup of this thing. You land on this, you know, 20 feet up and then 30 feet, you ain't feeling a thing, you know?
Yeah, dude, you could at least get 100 foot of air with this sucker, dude.
Easily, and not feel a thing. I mean, especially with those custom control arms in the
Oh
rear.
my
Dude,
God.
everything is custom,
Did you
dude.
see how thick them things are,
Dude, they're
dude?
super thick and all that like welded up and like how everything just works. I mean, somebody really thought good and well how to build this thing.
Yeah,
you know?
this thing literally is built perfectly for ripping out there in the dunes, you know, in style too.
In style, I mean, it's all, the cooling is all covered. I mean, this is, I believe, is for the supercharger, one for the engine back there. You got a cooler right here, I believe, for the transmission. There's all sorts of coolers. There's even a filter, I believe, on the hydro assist can. I've never seen that before.
Wow.
There's a filter under there. Maybe because the sand possibly gets in there, you want to clean all that out.
Yep.
Which is a smart thing to do, but it's just insane.
Yep,
man.
and it's got a massive fuel tank on it as well, dude. The fuel tank is like, I don't know, it looks like 100 gallons, dude.
Dude, that's huge. It's all the way across. I mean, you need a lot of fuel. I bet this thing burns smiles per gallon left and right, dude.
This thing just does day drinking, dude.
Smiles per gallon, but that is the project right here. It is going to be an awesome one. We're super pumped about this. I believe the next thing we do before we do anything, try to fix that, try to weld that up. What we're going to do is try to fire this thing up, or at least get this thing turning over, because if this thing don't turn over, it ain't worth fixing, you know what I mean?
That's right.
Say we go ahead and see if we can fix this pulley situation, see if she'll fire up.
it. Ignition.
You got power.
No way. Oh, ignition on.
Wait.
Oh, dude. Hold on.
That's the fuel pump
Let's
kicking
see
in.
if this cuts on. How do you cut this on?
Dude,
That works. Music.
turn on your music.
Bow, bow, bow.
I think it's gonna fire up.
Top
right now.
light bar. Let me see if
Let me
this
see.
works. You ready?
Yes, sir. Dang! This sucker is bright.
Half of them. Are they working? Are
They're
these
all working.
They're working.
A new back
Dude.
one?
Let's see the back one.
Or that's running.
The center one's on.
Yeah, that's like the chase light. That's pretty sweet,
Wait,
dude.
hit the brakes. Hit the brakes.
The fans?
Oh, buddy, you just got sand blasted.
Dang.
Need some sand blasting done?
Definitely need to clean them filters
Whoa,
in there.
they work though.
They work.
Almost. They just need to be cleaned up.
The whip lights, man. Wait, where's the broken whip light?
We need to just get some new ones, honestly.
Let's see if this thing will fire.
Let's see if it'll.
Should we
Dude,
turn it
crank
over?
her over. We got all this stuff fixed. That sounds a little like sandy or something.
Nothing leaking?
No, you're good right now. Oh, buddy. Careful now. You're going to pop off the jack stands and your toes are going to be gone. I don't think sounds sick.
We got ourselves a working machine, man.
Dude, that right there is going to give us that hope right
Dude,
there. You
that
know what I
right
mean?
There, just we gotta weld it up now. We gotta
Heck
weld it
yeah.
up.
And there's a little fuel leak, but that ain't nothing.
Little
This thing
fuel
is-
leak. We need to get that radiator fixed. Golly, man, this thing sounds so good. We just gotta figure out the straight shift. I ain't used to that type of stuff.
Just got to figure out a few things. Got a little bit of learning that we got to do. But hey, she fired up.
She's fired up.
Sounds healthy.
She's alive. She sounds good. Now we need to get to.
She's ready to get to the dunes.
I say we go ahead and just put a couple spot welds on this thing.
Not quite. Not quite.
You know, but we'll make her right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's when you guys dropped it.
You guys. Hey, I was filming. That's a bad operator right there, dude.
What it hit?
I don't know honestly if it was from that, but it's one of the AN lines.
Oh,
it's one of
that's
the-
an easy fix.
You got to replace this line right here. It's like shoot.
filled up.
But it's only like
No, that's from washing it.
okay.
It's only like a foot long. It ends right here.
Yeah,
Oh, is
that's
it the actual line or a
Yeah,
fitting?
this right here.
yeah, it's an easy fix. Yeah, it's the actual line. It's got a little puncture in it.
Smell that right there.
But dude, it smells like alcohol, like some
It
sort of
doesn't
different
smell like
fuel.
gas, and it doesn't smell like E85 because E85 is really strong. It kind of smells different. Maybe we'll have to find somebody who knew this guy. You know what I mean? We need to know what's going on with this thing.
Yeah, we need to know all.
Well,
the
we need like a
little
professional nose out here. Smell the fuel.
things. David, go for it.
What does it smell like?
Pure alcohol, dude.
But hey, she's
Hey,
alive.
She's alive. She's healthy.
Now we got to get the
and I'm
rest of it
happy.
healthy. You're
That's
happy. All right, so right now the next thing that we're gonna move on to, guys, is actually taking apart some of those broken engine pieces to try to figure out what we need to order. And then I think what we're gonna do after that is actually start loading this thing up and take it to our fabricator, where he can start preparing on, ordering stuff, everything that he needs to get this thing welded back together. And I think he's gonna start working on body panels as well. So let's go ahead and I guess take those things apart, load it up, and take it to the fabricator.
All right, so the sandrail is dropped off at the fabrication shop. They're actually gonna start fabbing up some parts, some new parts for that thing. And before they actually piece that thing together, we're gonna show you guys the entire process. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see that thing in one piece pretty much. But before we go, we forgot to mention on how we purchased or how much we paid for this sandrail. We mentioned that it's worth like $150,000, and that's exactly how much it was insured for, because whenever we were playing this thing on the auction, it shows you how much the ACV is. And we played this thing multiple times. They actually did not give it away for the first 3 times that we won it. We won it for the first time for $48,000. We planned on paying 50 grand for that thing, and they still didn't give it to us. They wanted 58,000. So we just didn't accept the offer. And then the next time it played, we won it for like 40,000. And then the next time it played, we won it for like 30-something thousand. And then it played for the 4th time, and it went for $29,000, and we actually won it. They gave it to us. It's crazy. We went from 48, we were planning on paying 48 to $29,000, which is just an insane deal. I mean, that's just the motor alone, $29,000. Transmission's like $20,000, which we could not have gotten a better deal on that thing. That was just one of those actual wins that you get on the auction that's very rare, you know what I mean? So we're pumped about that. That means we're gonna make this thing super sick and better than ever. So that being said, guys, drop all your comments and thoughts down below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.